which is, of course, coming up on the 19th at Essex County Community College. Just for your information, tickets are available both here at the local boxing gym and at the Essex Community College box office. So, as you write your stories, you can make that part of your story. I want to introduce at this time Maureen Shea, who is acting as one of the promoters of the event. Just to give a little background on the event, she's very proud to be bringing boxing back to Newark again. And I haven't done the math, but there seems to be a pretty good shot that Newark will have more major professional boxing cards this year than New York City, which is amazing. And we also have a boxing commissioner here in New Jersey, which is nice. So the commitment to New Jersey to boxing from global boxing and from the other promoters here in New Jersey is strong. And I think it speaks well to the future of boxing here in New Jersey and in North Jersey specifically. So let me introduce Maureen. She has some things to say about her upcoming card. Here's Maureen Shea.
Thank you. I'd like to say on behalf of myself, Maureen Shea, and my partner, Mariusz Wach-Jonathan, thank you all for coming here today. This is an extremely exciting event, not just for myself, but the fighters. Global boxing is here to stay. We're here in Newark, and we're going to be doing tons of fights out here. Being the first card that we're promoting here in New Jersey is extremely exciting for us, being North Oregon based. We're at City Brawl. Mariusz Wach-Jonathan Haggler is on the line is the WBC Baltic Heavyweight title. This is a very important title for both fighters. What is at stake is rankings in WBC. We're looking to move the fighter up the ladder and eventually get to the top mat #1 so they can fight for that WBC title. We'd like to thank our sponsors today, Fuel Fight Line, Tough Fight Combat Gear. We have also not present today is Prize Fight Promotions also. We couldn't be here today, but we'll be there obviously tomorrow. We'd also like to thank Vitamin. Being here today and being on this side of the stage and being a promoter is very interesting for me. I understand what these fighters have been through and what it took for them to get here today. I have won, I have lost, I've experienced a lot in this game, and I know how hard each one of these fighters up at this dais and the fighters you'll see Saturday night, February 19th, fighting in New York, what they've been through and how hard they worked to get here today. I encourage everybody to come out. What's really phenomenal about this card being global boxing is that we really have a global card. We have fighters from Haiti, we have fighters from Poland, we have fighters from Jamaica, England, all over, not only the United States, but all over the world. So you know, if you know boxing, you know styles make fights. Every country, every state holds a different style. The matchups that we have on this card are all different styles. So there's going to be explosiveness, excitement, and a lot of fun. It's an event, come out. We have our tickets, like Joe said, available here. You can also purchase them at the box office, at the front gate as well, February 19th. And we're looking to have a great time. I'll turn the mic back over to Joe and we can talk a little bit about the fighters.
The evening is going to feature Newark welterweight Rashad Bogar, and he's going to be taking on Miguel Corsino, who's 2-0 with 2 KOs from Camden. The next fight that is going to take place is unbeaten lightweight Wanzel Ellison from Newark, New Jersey, who's going to fight pro-debuting Jimmy Smalls from Ohio in a 4-round bout. Now, as Maureen said, it's important to make interesting fights that are going to be compelling to the boxing public. And for a little bit more on Wanzel Ellison and Jimmy Smalls, is going to turn it back over to Maureen.
I don't know if Wanzel's here right now, but I know this week he's here. He's not here. His father's here, who's also his trainer, Rich Smith in the back. This is a very interesting fight. Wanzel, I've watched him, I've been to the gym with him, I've actually moved around a little bit with him. Wanzel is an explosive fighter. He's fast, he's exciting. His story is very interesting. How he got into boxing was, he was pretty much for survival, street survival. He came out, he was getting into a fight. There were a bunch of kids that were looking to beat him up. His father said, okay, you're each going to fight him one by one. And that's where Wanzel discovered that he was a very talented fighter. So fighting doesn't really bring on Saturday night. I really feel it will be very exciting. I know Wanzel's very hungry. He hasn't fought in about a year. Opponents can either pulled out, dropped off the card, who knows. But there's got to be a reason. But we have a match on Saturday night, and we will be fighting, and it will be exciting. Thank you.
All right, the next fight is going to be between Brooklyn-based, but London, England raised, Scotty Spade Ace Burrell, and he's going to fight Desi Williams from Wilson, North Carolina. And again, it's a compelling fight on a couple of different levels. Scotty Burrell, one of the Burrell brothers, and it makes for an interesting fight when you have an interesting background. You know a little something about the fighters. If your readers get to know a little bit about the fighters, or the people who follow any of you on the internet get to know a little bit about the fighters, they can actually come to the fight with a little background. I remember the first fight I ever went to was in North Bergen at a place called Embassy Hall. Some of you might be old enough like me to remember. Now, I was only 10 years old, but I saw Randy Newman from Bergen County fight Chuck Butler from Hudson County for the New Jersey Heavyweight Championship. And I was 10 years old, but every single day in the Bergen Record, I would follow the articles about those two fighters. And that hasn't changed. The internet has changed things, and the media that bring us information about the fighters has changed. But the stories haven't changed. It's still compelling when it's a cross-county rivalry or a cross-country rivalry. We live in a smaller world today, but some things haven't changed. The excitement I had for that fight is the same excitement I come to the ring with, and I'm getting more and more excited about this card as I hear some of the personal stories about some of these fighters. So here to tell us a little bit more about Scotty Burrell and the fight he's going to fight on Saturday night is Maureen once again.
Thank you again. You guys get tired of my voice? Not tired? Scotty Burrell is it's very interesting because, like I said about this being a global card, what is really interesting about Scotty Burrell is he's from Brooklyn, by way of England, born in Jamaica, Jamaican parents. He's 1-0 with 1 knockout. He also has an identical twin brother. One's a southpaw, one's an orthodox. It's very interesting. Dino Burrell, who's also here today. Dino's right there, so you can also see identical twin. Again, that's great support. That's what I love to see. The fighters here, the twins, I'm sure they're extremely close. They have very similar styles of fighting. Their backgrounds say a lot about their styles. They train in Brooklyn with Hector Roca, who's actually a trainer of mine, so I feel a little bit connected to these guys as well, a former trainer of mine. He's fighting Desi Williams of Wilson, North Carolina. I know that he's extremely excited and looking forward to this. He's had a couple fights fall out on him a few times, also last month on a card that we also promoted, unfortunately, but we're really looking forward to seeing him fight. I'd like to introduce you, Scotty Burrell.
Hello, looking forward to the fight on Saturday. I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling strong, got a lot of hard work in. We've traveled a long way coming from England, been here for like a year and 3 months now, so it's been a dream of ours to come back to America and pursue our dream. That's what I'm doing right now, I'm living my dream. So every day I train hard, prepare well, I'm listening to my coach, to the people around me. I'm looking forward to putting on a good